Welcome to Brooklyn Versus, everybody, the show where the best argument always wins. This episode, we're talking about obscure sports. I'm your host, Dr. Philly Kaggs. Today's challenges are Chris Gudadero.
Whether it's obscure sports, action sports, or live sports, my opponent does not stand a chance today.
And Stephen James.
I'm Stephen James, and no one knows more about weird and obscure sports than me. My opponent, he doesn't stand a chance.
So please like, share, and subscribe to Bridgeside Network, and let's get the debate going. Welcome to Brooklyn Versus, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Philly Kaggs. Today's challenges are Chris Gudadero.
Back again.
Back again. And Stephen James. So, as you know, in Brooklyn Versus, we owe the best argument always wins. So the first three topics are awarded 10 points each, and then we get into a challenge where the winner gets 20 points. Me, the omnipotent, all-knowing judge, yet again, will make all the final rulings and dish out the points as I see fit. So, let's get the debate going, guys.
Do it.
Today we're talking obscure sports. So when we're talking about obscure sports, we're talking about sports from all over the world and figuring out what makes them great, sport, bad, who knows. That's what we're going to be talking about. First one we're going to talk about, it's gone a little bit mainstream. We're going to be talking about skateboarding. Do you guys think skateboarding is a sport? Or would you not even classify it as a sport? So I'm going to give it to Chris. Chris is going to bat lead off here. So Chris, your 30 seconds starts now.
Skateboarding, I definitely consider that a sport. So skateboarding requires coordination, there's technique, there's a lot of skill involved with that. And like many other sports, there's a big risk to it. There are injuries that come from it, and it's not easy. Not your average person can do it. All the flips, all the maneuvers they have to do. There are times where they have to hold their body weight upside down. So it's a lot of difficulty involved with skateboarding. There is athletic ability involved with that as well. So I definitely have to say it's a sport.
Last moment. Good. You got it in. Steven.
I'm going to agree, but I'm going to give a different argument. My argument for it is the fact that it is a physical sport. But look, if golf is a sport, this is a sport. It's more physical. It's more impact. There's more dynamics going on. There's more score. There's more money in it right now. So I would say it's a sport. It's got to be a sport. I don't even need the extra time. You can have it.
I could have it. I appreciate that.
Have the extra time.
So, I like this. You
Do I get to use it?
You guys have both agreed. You guys have both agreed, but remember, this is the show where the best argument always wins. So who made the better argument to convince me that it is a sport?
I'll give you $10
So,
if it's...
Steven, you said that you wanted to go away from the athletic ability that Chris mentioned. What is your biggest reason that's a sport then? Chris said about the athleticism. What's your biggest reason that's a sport?
The biggest reason it's a sport is because of you're defying gravity. It is an athletic contest, but at the same token, you're matching up creativity of the mind as well. It's not just a physical sport. You have to come up with different tricks. Once you see the same guy can execute the same tricks, the same things, it's like a dance. It's like putting together a routine, like a floor exercise for gymnasts.
Okay, I got you. Chris, how would you define athletic ability?
Athletic ability, being able to have stamina, being able to move around quickly or for a long period of time. He mentioned that there's money involved with it, but there's money in lots of things, so it doesn't necessarily make it a sport. Although there is a lot of money involved in sports, but yeah, like I said, there's a lot more athletic ability involved, so that's a bigger aspect.
I've achieved my ruling here. Now, you guys both agreed. Now, Chris mentioned athletic ability, but Chris, I don't think your follow-up on what athletic ability is that, because athletic ability broadens. We're going to really be broadening the definition of sports here. And if we're just doing a specific example of athletic ability, that kind of pigeonholes your sports. Steven was able to jump a little bit more into the thought process of skateboarding and mentioned the golf. He knows where I'm going with this, and dancing. So I'm awarding the 10 points to Steven. I thought the argument was a little bit better.
It's okay.
I don't consider golf a sport, though.
It's shown through in the argument. That's okay. That's okay. But all right, so we're going to our second topic.
All right.
Let's get a little bit less mainstream for sports, and I think this one's going to go right up Chris Gudadaro's alley after what he just said. We're going to go with chess, guys. Chess. Do you consider it a sport, or do you consider it a game? Stephen James, you get first crack. 30 seconds starts now.
I consider it a game. It's literally there's no physical activity like you're talking about, just moving it forward, but the mental capacity you need for it is tremendous. But here's the thing: anything you could do sitting down, you might as well luge. Put yourself in a luge and go down the snowy hills or something. I don't need it. I don't want it. It's not a game. It's not a sport. It's not a sport. It's a game.
Okay. Chris, you'll get a chance to make your argument. Your 30 seconds will start now.
Well, chess is a game. That's what I'm going, plain and simple. I mean, it doesn't take much to pick up and move the piece with your fingers or your hand. Obviously, like you said, there is a lot of mental capacity to it, and there is a lot of thinking. There's a strategy to chess. But as far as it being a game and not a sport, that's 100% the answer. I mean, like I said, there's no athletic ability whatsoever in chess. There's barely any physical movement, no stamina involved. So therefore, game.
So you mentioned, Stephen, luge. Would you consider luge a sport or not?
I would consider luge a sport. I mean, packing everybody into that tiny luge, that thing, 5 guys, or like a bobsled. There's motion. You have to lean. There's physical activity to kind of counteract the course. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You're talking about leaning. There's not really that much physical more. I mean, I'm sure chess players lean a little bit too.
I don't know. Fat Joe did
exactly.
Made a whole career out of
it.
Now, again, you bring up, I'm going to mention the definition of sport before I get into my question with Chris.
Okay.
Definition of sport is an athletic activity or requiring physical or a skill that requires teams or persons to have some sort of competition. So, Chris, again, you harped on the fact that there's no movement, no athleticism. But with the definition being skill or athletic ability, does that give you any reservations of calling chess only a game or a sport?
Calling it a game.
Still going a game.
Still going with a game.
Can you give me a reason why? Remember, best argument, baby. You can't just tell me a game.
I gotcha. So there is a skill. You obviously have to know the rules of the game, but is it there? It's a game. To me, a sport. It's more physical activity, more exertion. I just don't see it with chess.
Here's the end-all, be-all.
There's a lot of
no. We'll break it down even more simple. Go to the store. Right?
Okay.
It's a game of chess isn't in the sporting goods section. It's in the games section. It's a game. That's the best argument.
Well, I'm not letting Dick's Sporting Goods decide my judgment here. Okay? So, I happen to disagree with both of you. I would put it into the character of a sport. It's a high-level activity with competition. Just because you're not moving doesn't mean that there isn't some sort of skill or competitive nature that's going on. And it's a lot of strategy. However, I disagree with both of you, but that's okay.
All right.
Who's the best argument? What I'm going to do is that I think Steven reached a little bit too much with the luge. There's not a lot of movement in luge either way. It's a skeleton. The only thing that luge has that chess doesn't have.
Slides, right?
So there you go. That was a good counter argument. I already made my judge. That's not. There's the element of danger to it, but does danger make something a sport just because it's dangerous?
You get stabbed with one of those bishops. There's danger there too.
Exactly. I think it's a high-level competition in chess, so I'm gonna have to award the 10 points to Chris. Honestly, Chris, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think your argument.
You don't like my argument?
It did knock me out of the park. But you just weren't the worst one. So you were the best one. So you were.
Where'd that definition of sport come from? Was that Google?
Dictionary.com, baby.
Dictionary.com?
Well, he was using Dick's Sporting Good to tell me the definition.
I'm just saying, when you go to a store, you don't see chess in a sporting goods section.
You wouldn't.
All right. So we got another 10-10 ball game. Ooh. So we're going to topic 3. So now we've got one for skateboarding. We brought it to chess. We're going out there, guys. We're going to. I don't even think these are American sports. Ooh. So I'm going to give you a list of. I'm going to give you 4 sports that have some competition in other sports and other leagues. I want you guys to pick the best one that you think you can make an argument for is a sport.
All right.
Number 1, wife carrying. Number 2, shin kicking. Number 3, extreme ironing. And number 4, cheese rolling.
Ooh.
Cheese rolling.
So, guys, we're going to go back to Chris. He's going to bat lead off.
I'll bat lead off.
Your 30 seconds. We'll start now.
I would have to go with wife carrying. Myself as a firefighter, I know through a lot of training, we had to carry gear up the stairs, and by the time you get to about 2 or 3 floors carrying a gear, let's say a wife weighs about 100 pounds, you're going to start to feel exhausted, and you're definitely going to be using your leg muscles, definitely stamina, and maybe something will get to your head also. If somebody has a wife screaming in their ear to hurry up, I'm sure some of the guys will, it's going to be a lot of mentality involved in that game also. So I'm going to have to go with wife carrying.
All right. Steven.
It's all about shin kicking, people. I'm telling you, it's all about, just in the name, it's literally you're kicking someone in the shin until they fall down. You stand in front of the man face to face. It's gladiatorial combat with shins. The wife thing, I mean, you're 100 pounds. I mean, good on you.
As an example, there could be ones.
This is my time,
It's true.
but that's enough. That's all I need.
Just give me time again.
So I like
You're not taking the time.
I like Steven bringing in the gladiatorial aspect of it because that is the original sport. If you really think about it, from the Roman days or even further back, people got into and did battle. But do you think shin kicking is a little bit too far from that? You got MMA, you got boxing. What allows shin kicking to be, because gladiatorial is ruthless sport. Is shin kicking ruthless enough to fall into that category?
Have you ever been kicked in the shin by a grown man? I have. It's not fun.
Okay.
You could lose your balance. All your balance goes out. If fencing is considered gladiatorial, shin kicking is definitely gladiatorial.
All right. Well, I have my ruling. I think wife carrying is going to take this one. Chris did bring out. I like his equation to his personal, experience being with the being a fireman, but also the leg muscles, stamina, and everything. He did list off a lot of features of athleticism that have to come in.
But if I kicked him in the shin while he was carrying his wife, game over.
It could be, but I don't know. Chris is he's a pretty big guy. I think he's going to take it.
You know, when you win that game, you get your wife's weight in beer.
And cash. And 5 times her weight in cash.
So 100 pounds might not be the good thing.
100 pounds. So,
No, you want more than.
But it rewards, another aspect of the game that you guys didn't mention that helps, it rewards the players for having a more difficult time.
Yeah.
So wife carrying takes it. Chris Gudadera takes it.
There we go.
And there's 20 points on the board for Chris.
Points.
But we're going to the challenge section
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Now we're going to obscure sports for our challenges for those last sweet final 20 points. So, we got a couple things on the table. One of these may be used, maybe none of them will be used.
It's not the cups, is it?
I got to clear the cups though. Let's move in here. The first.
Shin kicking the cups.
Shin kicking with cups. Yeah, there you go.
Well, guys, we're going to clear this table. This is the obscure sports battlefield here. And to get perfect conditioning, Chris and I, we're going to make a little switch here. I'm going to have to get in the middle to get right in front of the action and let Steven and Chris be the gladiators across each other.
You're going down.
Oh, now I have a perfect vantage point here, too. I like it.
Shin
All
kicking?
right.
Shins on the table?
Shins on the table.
Shins
on the
stay
table.
where they are. All right, guys, we're going to start with a round of thumb wrestling.
Thumb wrestling.
This is a best of one series.
Best of one.
The best of one. Whoever wins the first one wins.
Elbows on the table?
Elbows on the table.
All right.
Don't make me disqualify
3
you
count.
like Kentucky Derby. All right, guys, I'm going to count you in. 3,
Where's your thumb arch?
2, 1.
I got hitchhiker thumb.
Here we go. Look, you
Yeah,
got
look at
hitchhiker
that.
thumb.
Thumb's arched back. I
This is
can't
a
get it.
stalemate. I'm doing the counting, guys. This is a stalemate. Oh, no, you didn't get anything there. Oh,
Gotta hit that arched thumb.
look at these. Oh, that's a lot of video games. That arch
Yeah.
thumb that comes from. Oh, what? Oh. And this is gonna. Oh, what? Oh. We got a strong thumb. That thumb's got a lot of reach back. How could you reach? Bring me out. 1, 2. Oh. Elbows on the
I know,
table.
Elbows on the
Bit.
table.
Let's get the
my
thumbs
elbow.
close. Let's get. Oh, he went.
Trying for the sneak attack.
1, 2, 3.
You got that
Stephen James takes it. And that's 1-0.
Yes.
All right, we're going to our second obscure sport, which I have seen on ESPN.
Really?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Ha!
All right, so
do
I will be
it.
keeping track of the score. For this one, it's going to be a
Lefty
best.
again?
Hey, this one
I don't
doesn't
think this
matter.
one matters.
Yeah.
So this one, we're going to be doing a best of 5 series.
Best of
All
5.
right, so first to 3 is going to take it, boys.
Brooklyn rules.
Get 'em.
Rock, paper, scissors says.
shoot.
Says shoot.
Got
All
it.
Played
right.
this before.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Come on,
I'll
Brooklyn
go with the
versus.
righty.
Yeah.
All right, let's start it.
Ready?
Rock, paper, scissors says shoot.
Oh, 1 to Chris.
1.
It's best of 5, guys.
I know. Rock, paper, scissors says shoot.
Ah!
Oh, he ties it up.
Ties it up.
Gonna keep that next time.
Rock, paper, scissors says shoot. Rock, paper, scissors says shoot. Rock, paper, scissors says shoot.
Ah, yes.
I love this game.
Best out of 5.
What's that? Rock, paper, scissors says shoot.
Oh,
Rock, paper, scissors says shoot.
he got him on all the paper beating the rock.
Well, he just
I
put
went
rock.
rock. I just went rock every time. I was like, why
Went
not?
rock every time.
Went rock
You
every
noticed
time.
that.
I noticed that on like the third one.
the third
This
one.
didn't work. All right, guys. Well, look, we said make it a best of 3. Stephen James took it with 2, but we're not getting out of an episode of Brooklyn Versus without a little CeeLo, baby.
Oh, man.
So we're breaking out the CeeLo. We're making this a best of 3. Chris, this is just for pride for you. Sorry, you lost already.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'll
let's
just
get the
lead it
dice
off.
going. Let's get
Let's
the dice
go.
going.
It's a
Lead it
Brooklyn
off.
staple.
Oh, 6-6-3.
right,
So
so
Chris
three.
comes away with the 3.
Scores
Average.
There you
Average
go.
score.
Bam. Nothing.
5,
Nothing.
5, 2. Yeah.
No, I gotta wait. I'm going
wait.
too quick.
1, 2, 3. Steven's done.
I lost that one. Yeah.
That's that
All
one.
right, that's 1 for Chris. 3, 4,
4,
5.
5.
Not quite.
Not quite, almost.
3, 2,
3,
3, 6. I'm sorry, the dice, man. 1, 2, 6. Not working. Oh, Chris could be here forever. 1, 2, 6.
Oh,
We've
wait.
seen it before.
Oh,
we got a 2.
All right.
There we go. All right.
Stephen James.
Here we go.
Does he have another
4,
1, 2,
5.
3 in him?
No, let's
Another
go.
1, 2, 3 in him.
Building 24 Marlboro Projects, where I grew up. Bam.
And that's
Great.
a 3. Just
one.
skate.
Yes.
Just skate.
This is a
going
sudden
for the
death.
sweep. 6.
Oh, Chris just
First
knocks
one.
a 6 out of the park.
Watch it. Triple sixes coming.
Probably.
Triple sixes.
Either that or 4, 5, 6, right?
1, 5, 6. Almost. He's calling it. Oh,
far
had a
one.
4 and a 6 again.
Gotta hit that sweet spot.
1, 2, 6. Oh. 1, 2, 2. And Chris takes it.
I take it. All
He gets
right.
no
But it
points for the
doesn't
CeeLo.
matter.
He gets no matter for the CeeLo. His rock strategy
I get-
didn't work out for him. But
You could
Chris-
say it's sunk like a rock.
it sunk like a
Sunk
rock.
like a
I
rock.
want to deduct you points for that pun, but I can't because it's not in the rules. Steven comes away with the victor of 30 points. Chris, another
20.
good showing, 20 points. See, that's what you're just avoiding being the loser. Steve
Well, I
forward these
lost.
20 points. I'm sorry, the overall loser. Averaging 20 points a game right now. It's not too bad. We'll see what happens. So, we're going to see on the next Brooklyn Versus where the best argument always wins. Good job, guys.
You. Job.
Good job to him. He lost.
Always, come on.
20. I got that
You got it.
20.